SeaWorld is the nation's premier marine life park, featuring killer whales, sharks, penguins, and endangered species such as manatees and sea turtles. They're doing a whale of a job providing us the pictures from the SeaWorld blimp tonight. Didn't know killer whales could fly, but Shamu's up there over downtown Pittsburgh.
Migration south. It's about that time.
It is indeed. Bottom third of the Atlanta order in the 5th inning against Tim Wakefield. Damon Berryhill carved one straight back. Berryhill 0 for 1. He was out on a fly ball to left his first time up. Mark Lemke and Tom Glavine to follow.
There's a picture of two catchers, one with the weight of the world on his shoulders and the other guy with a 2-0 lead.
Lean throws him out.
Why is it tougher for Don SLAUGHT? Well, we asked him how he handled the knuckleball before the game tonight.
Well, basically, I'm in a position. I want to have my hands in here. I'll have my hands spread apart like this. Wait for the ball to get there, and then snatch it or pick it. You don't. If I get out here, I'm not as quick to adjust to the pitch. And if I wait too long, you know, I don't want to be back on my heels. I want to be in a nice, comfortable position so I can move back and forth. Wait for it to get there.
And that's what he did on the first pitch to Mark Lemke. Lemke doubled his 6th hit in the series. He's 6 for 9. That double came in the 3rd inning. Lemke with his .377 career postseason batting average owns the best batting average in Braves history in the postseason.
I mean, and here's a guy who batted .171 in September. That was the 3rd lowest average in the National League. It's just like he's on a hot streak when postseason play starts.
Mark said after the 13-run outburst in Game 2 that he felt the Braves never really showed their offensive capabilities during the regular season. 2-2 the count. 1 out, bases empty, top of the 5th. 1-0 Atlanta on a home run last inning by Sid Bream. Little pop-up over the Braves dugout.
Both of these teams dominated the extra base category in the National League. The Braves leading the National League in home runs, and Pittsburgh leading the National League in doubles and triples.
And believe it or not, runs scored. Runs have been few and far between for the Pirates. And that's a rarity as well. An out made by Mark Lemke. Wakefield struck him out. 3rd strikeout of the night for the knuckleballer. Now Tom Glavine, who tried to sacrifice his first time up when he came to the plate with Lemke at 2nd and nobody out. Glavine bunted back to the mound. Wakefield cut down Lemke going to 3rd. Glavine reached on the fielder's choice and was stranded.
We mentioned Tim Wakefield signing as an infielder, the 8th round draft choice in 1988. He learned the knuckleball as a child, playing it in the backyard with his dad.
He said they'd be playing catch out in the backyard, and his dad would get tired and want to go in the house for dinner, so he'd start to throw knuckleballs at young Tim, which Tim couldn't catch. He'd have to chase them around the yard. Tim says it didn't work very often. Maybe Dad taught him how to catch a line drive or two.
I think so.
1, 2, 3 go the Braves. Halfway through the ball game, 1-0 Atlanta.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh. I'm Jim Gray. Barry Bonds took a hit pitch by Tom Glavine in the last inning. He was hit by the pitch on his right wrist. Now, the elbow pad that you saw is just for that, his elbow. And that's because he took 2 pitches in May on that elbow, and they don't want it to calcify. The situation now is that Bonds is all right, but they are concerned that it could swell up later in the game. Sean?
Thanks, Jim. Pirates batting in the 5th inning. Don Slaught, a deep drive to left center. At the wall, Gant. Home run! First career postseason homer for Don Slaught on the first pitch of the Pirate 5th inning. There will be a momentary delay as the fans out in left center have thrown some debris onto the field. Meanwhile, the fans want Slaught to come back out of their dugout.
That's the first time I've seen a standing O like that with a catcher with his hat turned backwards. Known affectionately by his teammates as Sluggo. Slugs one. Sluggo's a happy guy right now. Look at that. He's got his hat turned backwards. He waved to the crowd with his hat turned backwards. That's the first.
He only hit 4 during the regular season in 255 at-bats. So it's a new ball game, tied at 1. Chico Lean, the batter. He has the only other home run hit in this series by Pittsburgh. Glavine only allowed 6 during the regular season. Lean struck out swinging his first time up. 2-0 the count. Leaned a little bit impatient. He might have swung at ball 3. Instead, it's 2 balls and a strike.
Tommy Glavine did not allow more than 1 home run a game this year. Only 6 home runs. The only guy better was Greg Maddux. Glavine and Maddux were the 2 20-game winners in the National League.
And the Cy Young battle in the National League is expected to come down to those 2. Leaned on the 3-1 pitch with a lazy fly ball along the right field line into the glove of David Justice. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 the score. Home runs starting to be a big story in this postseason. They were certainly a story in the first 2 games at the Sky Dome. And a lot of the offense in this series has come on the long ball, including each of the 2 runs tonight. The Atlanta run on the Bream homer, and now Slaught has tied it with a home run for Pittsburgh. Tim Wakefield. Tim's from Melbourne, Florida. Went to school at Florida Tech, where he was an infielder and was an accomplished home run hitter. Set the single-season home run record at that school with 22 round trippers in 1987. But he didn't hit much once he got into the Pirate organization, and that's why they made him into a knuckleball pitcher.
He had 159 at-bats, striking out 57 times, about a third of the time, with only 3 home runs. That'll make a knuckleball pitcher out of you. The Pirates were going to release him, and he said, wait a second. I think I've got a knuckleball. And Jim Leyland says, yeah, everybody we release or threaten to release say they have a knuckleball just to hang on. Well, this guy not only hung on, but he was 8-1 for the Bucks in July and September.
You mentioned Jim Leyland. Leyland says, don't give me any credit for what Tim Wakefield has done, because I had never seen him pitch until we called him up in the middle of the season. I believed the organizational people when they told me that he could help us, but I had never seen him throw a single pitch, not in the minors, not in spring training, not in a regular season game. Pendleton with a high throw, but Bream was able to glove it. Wakefield is the second out of the 5th inning. 1-1 the score. And Wakefield, the first product of Florida Tech to be drafted by a major league team. He remains in close contact with his coach there, Les Hall.
And on our opening in game 1, I made the mistake of calling Tim Wakefield Bill Wakefield and saying that I had room with Bill Wakefield with the Cardinals back in the late 50s and early 60s. I got a letter from Bill Wakefield the other day.
He appreciated the mention.
Yeah, he was kidding me. He said, how can you forget your name?
Well, I enjoyed yesterday when we came in on the off day to watch the optional workout. We saw Tim Wakefield, and I guess the best indication that we had that he was loose heading into this start was when he saw you. He said, how you doing, Bill McCarver? Gary REDUS, the batter. Glavin hasn't retired him yet. REDUS has tripled and doubled and been stranded in scoring position twice. 3-0. Fans of Bill Wakefield will be happy to know that he mentioned in his letter to Tim that he is in business and living in San Francisco, doing very well for himself. That's ball 4 just outside. REDUS is on again. Just the second walk thrown by Glavin. A 2-out base runner for Pittsburgh in the 5th inning. Game tied at 1.
And you get the feeling that REDUS will be running sometimes in the early sequence. The reason you try to run early with 2 outs is by running early and being successful, you give the hitter a chance to concentrate on the pitch rather than worrying about you. REDUS with 5 stolen bases against Atlanta this year in 6 tries is putting on his running gloves.
Good gloves for everything.
Yeah.
REDUS chatting it up with his former teammate Bream. Jay Bell's struggle continues. That ends the inning. But the Pirates have tied it on the slot home run and will return to Three Rivers Stadium after this word from your local station. Sean McDonough with Tim McCarver and Jim Gray back in Pittsburgh. Even in the downtown office towers, they are showing that they still believe in the Pittsburgh Pirates. It takes some coordination. And
I would say so.
get the lights all lined up properly. Tim Wakefield working to the top of the order in the 6th inning in a 1-1 game. Otis Nixon has struck out and walked. Jeff Blauser and Terry Pendleton to follow. Wakefield has retired 4 in a row since surrendering the home run to Sid Bream with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Ball 2 up and in, 2 balls and a strike on Nixon. Otis slapped at it and sent it back to the screen. 2-2. I mentioned that Wakefield keeps in close contact with his college baseball coach, Les Hall, at Florida Tech. He also spends time in his off seasons working out with the women's basketball team at Florida Tech. Leaned, throws Nixon out. The Lady Panther basketball coach is John Reynolds, and he says the only thing about Tim's basketball ability that's similar to his knuckleball is that whenever he puts it up, you don't know where it's going. So apparently Wakefield isn't a very good jump shooter when he's on the hardwood.
All knuckleball pitchers, for the most part, try to do is throw the ball on the middle, over the middle of the plate, and let the action take care of the hitter. But past knuckleballers that I faced could move the knuckleball in and out. Charlie Huff could do it. Phil Niekro could do it. They not only had control of the movement, but they could move the ball inside to a left-handed batter and outside to a left-handed batter. Wakefield can't do that yet.
Jeff Blauser slashes one out of play. 1-1 on the Atlanta shortstop. Wakefield wears the number 49 because the only other knuckleballers in Major League Baseball, Charlie Huff and Tom Candiotti, both wear the number 49. That's the reason he selected that uniform number. no strike. 2-2. Some organizations shy away from the knuckleball pitchers because of the problems with wild pitches and pass balls and holding runners on base. But as Charlie Huff says, that's ridiculous. Huff's won 200 games in his career. Phil Niekro won 300. Hoyt Wilhelm's in the Hall of Fame. Joe Niekro won 200. There haven't been many, but most of them who have worked. Wilbur Wood, another who had a great career.
Eddie Fisher, a reliever for the Chicago White Sox. Barney Schultz of the St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals could have won the '64 pennant without him.
Well hit to left, but room for Bonds just in front of the track. 2 down in the 6th inning. 1-1 the score. Tim Wakefield is now retired 6 in a row since the Bream home run. His slowest pitch tonight had been 54 miles per hour.
That's 1 mile per hour below the speed limit.
Probably a hard-throwing little leaguer. Terry Pendleton back to the mound. Wakefield throws him out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Bravos. After 5 1/2. 1-1 the score. 1-1 the score here, and don't forget to be tuned to CBS tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern time for Baseball 92 with Pat O'Brien, followed by Game 3 of the American League Championship Series between Toronto and Oakland. We certainly hope that our colleague Jim Cott has his voice back in time for the game tomorrow night and tomorrow afternoon. Andy Van Slyke, the batter.
And we hope it's not contagious. As a matter of fact, we were talking to Andy Van Slyke before the game, but he couldn't talk back. And I asked him what was wrong.
Glavin with the ball. Van Slyke, who was 0 for 2.
And you know what he said? He said very hoarsely, I have the DJKs, the Dread Jim Cotts.
That's right.
He couldn't talk. He is hoarse.
Very hoarse from answering a lot of questions about his lack of performance in postseason play. Van Slyke, Bonds, and King. A bullet down the line, right field corner, fair ball. Van Slyke on his way to second. He'll stop there with a leadoff double. Bonds up for the first time since being hit on the right wrist by a pitch in the 4th inning. Barry's 0 for 1 tonight, 1 for 7 in the series. His consecutive at-bat string in the postseason without a hit, with runners on base, is 25 at-bats, and with men in scoring position, 14 at-bats. 1-1 the score. Pirates trying to take their first lead in the series right here. Well hit. On the run, Nixon in center. He is there to make the catch. Van Slyke tags and takes third. The go-ahead run, 90 feet away with 1 out.
He almost overslid third base. At least Jim Leyland's thinking at least Barry Bonds made a productive out, pushing Van Slyke to third base. But watch the slide. Over the bag, and he grabs on with his left hand.
Infield in. Jeff King at the plate. Ball one outside.
One thing you can say to yourself in this situation is that Tommy Glavine is not going to come inside unless he wastes the pitch. If I'm Jeff King, I look away, and give him the inside pitch.
King 0 for 2 tonight, 1 for 10 in the series. There is the outside pitch. 2 balls and no strikes.
The reason for that is that Tom Glavine has made a pretty good living the past several years on getting right-handed hitters to swing at the ball off the plate away. And with a situation where he needs an out, he's got a little freedom to nibble. As you look at Marvin Freeman, the right-hander warming for the Braves. He's got first base open. And I think Jeff King is going to see another fastball away from Tommy Glavine. I do not think he's coming inside to King on this at-bat.
King will be followed by Lloyd McClendon, another right-handed hitter. The pitch was away from him, and King got it off the end of the bat, fouled it off to the right. 2 balls and 1 strike. They set up away, they go away, it's on the corner. Nifty pitch by Glavine will level the count at 2-2.
Now things are different. He's thrown 4 fastballs away. Now you got to take the attitude that if you're going to come inside, this is the time to do it. That ball could have been off the plate. Tough pitch. We'll see if Glavine stays back outside. Looks like a changeup away.
King lines it toward the gap ahead. It gets by Justice. The Pirates have their first lead in the series, and Jeff King has a double.
A change-up away, and you could see that Jeff King going with the pitch. He didn't try to pull it, but he had seen 5 pitches almost in the same spot. And he took advantage of the 5th one, slapping it to right center, and for the first time in this series, Pittsburgh has a lead.
And they're trying to build on it with King at second. Still only 1 out for Lloyd McClendon, who took a breaking ball for a strike. Well, after a while, with Jeff King, you have to have a pretty good idea of what's coming, and he did.
Pirates have to be happy that the trio of Van Slyke, Bonds, and King have finally struck.
They all did something productive in the inning. Even Bonds, who made the out, moved the runner along. We're in the 6th, 2-1 Pittsburgh. The Pirates out hitting the Braves 5-3. Check, swing, strike. Outside corner again with the off-speed pitch from Glavine. McClendon in the hole, 0-2. This is the 90th pitch of the night from Glavine. He wasted 1 high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Glavine was 4-0 against Pittsburgh in the regular season, and on the short end of a 2-1 score at the moment. The 1-2 pitch. Defensive swing, and McClendon couldn't get it.
That was the pitch he wanted on Jeff King, but unfortunately for Glavine, King took that 2-1 pitch for a strike and was ready for the changeup. And so far, that's the difference in this game. Look at McClendon with that, as Sean said, defensive swing, and the reason it is outside off the plate.
Don Slott, who tied up the ball game with a leadoff home run on the first pitch thrown by Glavine in the 5th inning. We're going to pitch around him and work to the number 8 hitter, Chico Lean. Coming into this game through the first 2, Lean has been the Pirates' best hitter, and Jim Leland, his manager, has taken to calling him Senor Octobre. Mr. October. A lot of Mr. Octobers walking around now. There's a man who already claimed that a long time ago, but Mark Lemke deserves that title, and they're chanting for Chico here in Pittsburgh. First and second and 2 outs. 6th inning, 2-1 Pirates. Lean is 0 for 2 tonight, 3 for 9 in the series. Big swing and a foul ball for strike 1. Two.
Away, away, away. Unless it's in off the plate, Glavine will not come inside to Chico Lean.
Off the end of the bat and grounded to second to Lemke. And that ends the inning. Pirates strand 2, but they take the lead on doubles by Van Slyke and King after 6. 2-1 Pittsburgh.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1992 National League Championship Series is brought to you by Buick, the new symbol for quality in America. Grape Nut cereal keeps you going strong all morning long. And by Dean Witter. Dean Witter measures success one investor at a time.
2-1 Pittsburgh is on top, and this is why. An RBI double by Jeff King. Now look at Glavine. First pitch outside for a ball. Second pitch outside for a ball. The 2-0 pitch fouled off, cued off. The 4th pitch outside for a strike. And 2-2, and the last pitch hammered to right center. So you talk about an adjustment. Jeff King said, if you're going to continue to go out there, I'm going to hit it to right field, and he did.
So Tim Wakefield is working with the lead. Justice hit it sharply, but REDUS made a nice play. 1 out. We're in the 7th. 2-1 in favor of Pittsburgh. Justice now 1 for 3.
Gary REDUS on the line, put there by Jim Leland to prevent the double. And with a guy who throws the ball around 55, 60 miles an hour, you do play on the line. Nice pick by REDUS.
Sid Bream, the last Brave to reach base. He hit the home run. It provided Atlanta with its only run to this point in the 4th inning. And that's a pop-up. Jay Bell, 2 outs.
Talking to Jim Leland about Tim Wakefield, he said, I don't know how to manage a knuckleballer. So what are you going to do? Take him out when he's tired?
How can you tell when he is tired?
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
he doesn't lose much velocity.
I was going to say lack of velocity. When he pitched his first game, he talked to Milt May, the hitting instructor of the Pirates, and Milt said, I'll tell you what, if you take him out, the guys who are going to be happiest are the St. Louis Cardinals.
That's well hit down the line. Hooking toward the pole. It is a home run. Ron Gant has tied the game at 2. A mammoth shot by Ron Gant, his second home run of the series, the other the grand slam. And we begin again in the 7th inning with a new ball game. 2-2 the score.
I think that chop appropriate there because Ron Gant chopped down on a high knuckleball. Wow. Off the facade, the lower facade down the line here at Three Rivers.
Now Berryhill, first ball swinging. That ends the inning. That quiets the crowd as well. The home run by Gant ties it at 2 at the 7th inning stretch. Well, Tim Wakefield is the scheduled leadoff hitter, and he will bat for himself in the bottom of the 7th in a 2-2 ball game. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Has lined to center and bounced to third. He's only thrown 81 pitches through 7. Knuckleball, not as much of a strain ordinarily on pitchers.
I don't think that's the point. The point, I think, is are you going to score any runs? This is not a clear-cut point right here for Jim Leyland. I mean, Jim Leyland's one of those guys just out of Bream's reach, but Jim Leyland's one of those guys that he doesn't care what anybody thinks. He doesn't care what the media thinks about his moves. He doesn't care, and I mean the electronic media too. He's going to do what he thinks best, and I think right now he's putting Tim Wakefield and his knuckleball ahead of a leadoff runner getting on base. I mean, this is not clear cut. I think the Pirates, there is some thought about pinch hitting and maybe scoring a run by putting that leadoff guy on base.
Wakefield thrown out by BLAUSER, 1 out. I think the flip side of that is the bullpen for Pittsburgh is not at strength, and you have a guy who's pitched pretty well. It's still only the 7th inning. It's, as you said, a debatable point either way.
Yeah, it's deep into the game. You have an off day yesterday, a well-rested bullpen. But I think what Jim Leyland's saying is that he has more confidence in Tim Wakefield than he does the bullpen.
Saw Bob walk out in the pen, but Jim Leyland told us before the game that if there is a game 5 on Sunday, Bob Walk would be the starting pitcher. He's not available out there tonight. Leyland said he would not use Walk tonight or tomorrow. 1 out in the home half of the 7th. 2-2 the score. Gary REDUS is the batter. Been on base all 3 times with a triple, a double, and a walk. And now he has another hit. Cut off by Nixon in the gap, and that holds REDUS to a long single. So he's lacking only the home run now for the cycle.
That's a fine play by Otis Nixon, as you see Bobby Cox having Mark Wohlers warming up along with Mike Stanton, the left-hander. But that was a fine play by Otis Nixon to hold the speedy REDUS to a single. Here it is again. Watch how Nixon backhands the ball, gets in position to throw, and holds REDUS to first base.
Well, interesting. There's the starting pitcher for game 5. Bob Walk is throwing, which makes us wonder if this is throwing between starts that occasionally you'll see starting pitchers do in the bullpen while games are in progress. Or perhaps Jim Leyland has had a change of heart.
Bob Walk was in Wednesday's game. As a matter of fact, he gave up Ron Gant's grand slam home run, about which we talked earlier. I don't think Walk would be coming in the 8th inning, especially since Wakefield led off the inning.
That's right. Jay Bell, the batter. Bell 0 for 3 tonight, now just 1 for 10 in the series.
Talked about the running situation the last time REDUS was on first, but Jay Bell hit the first pitch to end the inning.
A strike, 1 strike on Bell. And Jim Leyland has maintained throughout the series when he has the chance, he's going to be aggressive. He has the chance now with a decent runner at first and a good contact man at the plate. This is not running. Bell pulls one into the left field corner. REDUS on his way to third and being held up at third as Bell strolls into second with a double.
On a ball down the line with the runner at first base, the third base coach has to watch the ball on the wall, against the wall, before he makes his decision. Watch Rich Donnelly is waving, waving, waving. Now he sees Gant make the play in left and holds REDUS at third base. Had he bobbled the ball, then he sends REDUS. But watch how cleanly Gant comes up with the ball off the wall. And now Donnelly sees that and holds REDUS at third base.
The double by Bell has knocked Tom Glavine out of the ball game. We'll be back in just a moment. Tom Glavine departs after 6 1/3 innings. Having allowed 2 runs, but he's responsible for 2 base runners in scoring position with 1 out in the 7th inning. Mike Stanton into the 2-2 ball game to face Andy Van Slyke. He has now appeared in all 3 games in this series. He has faced Van Slyke twice already in the series, and Andy is 0 for 2 against him. Van Slyke 1 for 8 lifetime against Stanton, and 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled and scored the go-ahead run last inning. The Braves have since tied it at 2. Infield in. And Stanton's first pitch, a ball low and away. Andy trying to break an 0 for 13 drought with runners in scoring position in the postseason. Fastball, challenge time, and Stanton blew it by him. He struck out Van Slyke the first time he faced him in this series by blowing him away.
I think people saw how tough Mike Stanton was last year during the World Series. 8th inning of Game 7, and he got Ken Herbeck to hit into that double play. He throws awfully hard, and I don't think Van Slyke is going to see a slider. I think it's Stanton and his fastball. That was a slider. And a good one.
I think Andy was thinking the way you were.
He certainly had a swing like that. Watch the front side. Opening too quickly. This guy is a tough assignment for a left-handed batter. One of the toughest in the National League.
Barry Bonds on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Defensive swing by Van Slyke to stay alive. Bonds on deck. There is no right-hander warming up in the bullpen, which would lead you to believe that they are going to come after Barry Bonds with the left-hander Stanton. Although, just as we say it, a right-hander has started throwing. But he's only thrown 1 or 2 pitches down there. It looks like Wolders. 2-2 the score. 2 men in scoring position with 1 out in the Pirates' 7th. Van Slyke with a high fly ball to deep right. Justice with room. That'll be deep enough to get the run in. Both runners trying to move up. The throw goes to third. Bell's there safely. REDUS has scored, and the Bucks lead again 3-2. That's the first RBI of the playoffs for Andy Van Slyke.
Did it on his toughest assignment too, trying to put the ball in the air deep enough to score REDUS against Mike Stanton.
And that assignment made tougher by the 1-2 count. Bonds the batter. Fastball for a strike. Bonds 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Runner at third. 2 down. Bonds, a line drive to center. Nixon on the run makes the catch. We've played 7, and it's been a thriller. 3-2 Pittsburgh.
Summary is sponsored by AT&T.
The Pirates lead 3-2. The 2 Atlanta runs on solo homers by Sid Bream and Ron Gant. The first run scored by Pittsburgh came on a Don Slaught home run. Jeff King, an RBI double, knocked in the second run. And Andy Van Slyke's sacrifice fly knocked in the third run. Gary REDUS scored the go-ahead run, and he's 3 for 3 tonight. Tim Wakefield working to Mark Lemke. Batters 8, 9, and 1 scheduled up in the 8th inning. With Atlanta down 3-2, Lemke 1 for 2 tonight. 6 for 10 in the series. Time called by third base umpire Ed Montague just as Wakefield had started into his delivery. With the pitcher scheduled next, Lonnie Smith has moved in to the on-deck circle. Andy Van Slyke with the sacrifice fly in the 7th inning and put the Pirates ahead, and you could see his expression of relief. Yes, finally. Lemke, great catch by Wakefield. Lemke hit a bullet, and for the second time tonight, Wakefield made a great stab of a line drive.
Maybe Jim Leyland kept him in for his defense. Look at this reaction.
And the reason he
Terrific
hit it
play.
hard, Tim, was because it was another one of those tumbling knuckleballs that you talked
That's
about
right.
earlier.
The spinner.
Now Lonnie Smith batting for the pitcher Stanton. Big swing and a little fly ball, and Slyke fooled by the swing and a late start. But it stayed high enough in the air, long enough for Van Slyke to get under it for the second out of the 8th inning. The Pirates lead 3-2. Trying to get into the win column in this series for the first time. Atlanta leads this best of 7 National League Championship Series 2-0. Otis Nixon 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. The Braves have only had 1 base runner since the 4th inning, and that was Gant on the home run. A tremendous shot to left in the 7th.
Getting back to our point, last inning, there is no one up in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Unless Atlanta takes the lead, I think Leland's going to have Wakefield in there for the duration.
Nixon with a gapper. And with his team down by a run, he'll stop at second. So the tying run is in scoring position with 2 outs in the 8th inning for Atlanta as Otis Nixon has his 3rd hit of the series.
Now the bullpen is up and throwing. Bob Patterson's the left-hander, and it looks like Stan Belinda the right-hander.
Nixon, the tying run at second. In the top of the 8th for Jeff BLAUSER, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Knuckleball outside. 1 ball on BLAUSER. One ball and 1 strike. And again, time called as a rather large object has come on to the field in right center.
Someone asked Andy Van Slyke how would he hit Tim Wakefield's knuckleball. He said it's like trying to catch flies with a chopstick or with chopsticks. And I guess he's right.
Blauser will wait as pitching coach Ray Miller goes to the mound. And he is summoning the infielders to the mound as well. He's trying to get the attention of Chico Lean, who was engrossed in conversation with Otis Nixon.
Yeah, I think what he's going to tell him to do is just to play your position and don't worry about Nixon at second base. The steal of third with 2 out. I don't think Lean is going to pay much attention to Nixon. You have 2 out. The steal of third is not as big a thing as leaving your position. However, if Nixon does go to third base, that puts an awful lot of pressure on Don SLAUGHT, the catcher, to knock things down. But I think that's what Miller was telling Chico Lean. For the most part, just let him alone, keep your position.
The visit also bought time for the bullpen, particularly for Bob Patterson, with the left-handed hitting part of the lineup coming up. Terry Pendleton, a switch hitter on deck, then the left-handed hitting Justice. The 2-1 popped up in foul ground. It will be close, and a few rows back adjacent to the Braves dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The tying run at second base. We're in the 7th. 3-2 Pittsburgh. We're in the 8th, pardon me. The pitch. Well hit. And near the pole and left. Bonds to the corner. And it is just foul. And the crowd here, 56,000 plus, breathing a collective sigh of relief.
Only 2 shortstops in the majors hit more home runs than Jeff BLAUSER. Detroit's Travis Fryman and Baltimore's Cal Ripken Jr. He had 14 on the year.
And Wakefield, coming into this ball game, had only given up 3 home runs during the regular season in 92 innings, but he's given up 2 home runs tonight, and there have been several near misses, including that one. Crowd roared, thinking BLAUSER missed the pitch. He fouled it off. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 2-2 pitch. Bounced down to third. King stayed down with it and threw him out. The Braves threaten but do not score, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3. Great view of Three Rivers Stadium from the airship Shamu. The blimp represents SeaWorld parks in Florida, California, Ohio, and Texas. Millions of visitors each year are educated and entertained when they visit SeaWorld. New pitcher for the Atlanta Braves, their 3rd of the night, is right-hander Mark Wohlers.
His 2nd appearance as he held the Pirates scoreless in game 2. Mark Wohlers, hard thrower with a fastball and a slider, and we mentioned a couple of days ago how much he reminds us of Todd Worrell of the St. Louis Cardinals. Similar pitchers.
Greeted by Jeff King, who took the fastball high and tight. After a night of watching the soft tosses of Glavine and Wakefield, well, it was certainly a distinct difference to see the heat from Wohlers.
Ray Miller and Tim Wakefield were talking things over I would imagine Ray Miller is telling Tim, look, if your knuckleball is rolling, tell me right now so we can get you out of there and have somebody else start the 9th inning.
Wohlers has started the bottom of the 8th inning with 3 straight balls. Pittsburgh trying to push across an insurance run or two, leading 3-2. And Wohlers throws his first strike. Tom Glavine started. He allowed all 3 runs. Over 6 1/3 innings. Belinda and Patterson, the duo again in the Pirate pen.
And they just got up too. I would imagine Wakefield said something to the effect to Miller that, look, my knuckleball's starting to roll. Remember the line drive by Mark Lemke to lead off the 8th inning, and then the double by Nixon. BLAUSER just misses a home run and then hits the ball hard to third. So I think Wakefield's out of there.
Near the rail. Nice play. Berryhill reached in the photographer area to make a terrific catch for the first out of the inning.
That was a fine play by Damon Berryhill. He just keeps going until something stops him. Nice play.
Cecil ESPY is pinch hitting for Lloyd McClendon, who went 0 for 2 tonight. ESPY appearing for the 2nd time in the series, and he's 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. He will likely stay in the ball game in the outfield and give the Pirates a bit more speed defensively as they try to protect the lead in the top of the 9th inning.
Tell you, the price of natural gas is up. He is throwing some heat.
5 pitches in the at-bat with Jeff King at 98 miles per hour on our radar gun downstairs. That one shattered the bat of Cecil ESPY. Sean McDonough with Tim McCarver and Jim Gray. It is great to have you with us from Three Rivers Stadium in Pittsburgh for Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. This has been by far the most exciting and competitive of the 3. The Pirates lead 3-2 as they try to get on the board with a win, trailing in the best of 7, 2 games to none. Tim Wakefield, a great story tonight. The 26-year-old rookie knuckleballer with only 13 games of Major League experience under his belt gave Jim Leland exactly what he needed. And Bobby Cox realizes that if this score stands, he's back in a series. That looked like about 198 miles an hour.
Well, I'm telling you, he is throwing about as hard as he can throw.
Wohlers big and strong at 6'4", 210 pounds. He's from Holyoke, Massachusetts. That pitch on our gun downstairs at exactly 100 miles per hour. That's a bullet off Wohlers. He's still down as the ball rolls toward third, and ESPY is safe. Well, when you throw it hard, sometimes they hit it hard, and unfortunately for Wohlers, not only did ESPY hit it hard, but he hit it off the body of Wohlers.
Looked like the right ankle of Mark Wohlers after the follow-through. He appears to be all right. Bobby Cox is coming out. Nope, the right knee. Ooh. Tell you, the slam he took coming down may have hurt his arm more than the ball hitting his right leg hurt his knee. He came down on that right arm, and unless there's a break, I would be more concerned about that than I would the knee. Here it is again. It was hit as hard as it was thrown. Ouch.
He's going to take a warm-up toss or two to see if he's okay. Lead 3-2. Bobby Cox has the meat of his order coming up in the 9th inning. Pendleton, Justice, and Bream.
We have an interesting situation. The right-hander out there, and Don SLAUGHT will be hitting instead of going to Mike LaValliere, which would lead one to believe that Tim Wakefield's going to start the ninth inning. And SLAUGHT's still in there. There's no way you're going to change catchers in the ninth inning and put a new guy in to catch the knuckleballer. So by the very fact that SLAUGHT's up there means that he'll probably catch Wakefield. Otherwise, you pinch hit LaValliere and bring in your bullpen.
ESPY, as a part-time player this year, stole 6 bases. He was thrown out 3 times. The bullpen ready. Belinda and Patterson, and now just watching.
I think a lot depends on whether the pitcher spot hits this inning or not. If Wakefield hits against Wohlers or the bullpen of Atlanta, I think Jim Leyland will go to the pinch hitter. That's why he's getting his guys ready. By the way, Don SLAUGHT in 1992 and 81 at-bats hit .395 against right-handed pitching.
And he had what is arguably the biggest hit of this series for the Pirates to date. The home run in the 5th inning off Tom Glavine that tied the game at 1.
It's like tomato juice in the morning. Woke everybody up.
ESPY back safely. He's at first with 1 out. In the bottom of the 8th, the Pirates 3 and the Braves 2. The base hit by ESPY, the 8th Pittsburgh hit of the night. The 1-1 with the runner going. Dribbled down to first. Bream's only play is at first. 2 outs. And now ESPY is in scoring position.
Do you walk Chico Lean to get to Bill Wakefield, or is Jim Leyland going to make the move anyway? He might be trying to entice Bobby Cox to walk Lean, and then he'll pinch hit for Wakefield, and that's why he's got his bullpen up.
And that's why I'd pitch to Lean.
Absolutely. Inadvertently saying Bill Wakefield again. But they're going to pitch to Lean. Absolutely.
That's the right decision. It's the man who was a .237 hitter during the regular season. You'll run the risk of bypassing him and then getting a better hitter up at the plate. And that might well have been the intention of the Pirates anyway. Lean tonight 0 for 3. Now 3 for 10 in the series. Wohlers with the 0-1 to right center field, but Nixon was shifted over in that area, and he makes the catch. The Pirates leave a runner in scoring position. They've stranded 8. We go to the 9th. Pendleton, Justice, and Bream due up. It's 3-2 Pittsburgh. The first one out of play. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Tim McCarver and I will select the Chevrolet Most Valuable Player of the game. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 in the player's name to the Special Olympics. Pendleton, then Justice and Bream. Tomahawked out of play, 0-2.
Remember, we were talking earlier in the game how David Justice had been the best hitter against the knuckleball yesterday and today in batting practice. Maybe Jim Leyland will allow Wakefield to pitch to one hitter and bring the left-hander in to pitch to Justice.
You want Pendleton to hit left-handed. He's a stronger hitter from the right side of the plate.
Much stronger, 64 points stronger this year.
Pendleton during the season hit .354 right-handed and .290 from the left. Wakefield's 0-2. Chopped to second to lean. One out in the ninth.
A couple innings ago, we were talking about Jim Leyland and how tough it is for him to know when to take a knuckleballer out.
It's been a three-pack night for Jim Leyland. David Justice has had some good swings against Wakefield. He singled his first time up. He's grounded out twice. And they have the shift on again behind Wakefield with Jay Bell, the shortstop, on the second base side of the bag. The outfield really swung toward right.
And deep. And the reason that the outfield is deep is to prevent a cheap double. There's almost no way for Justice to hit the ball over the outfielder's head and have it drop between the fielder and the fence.
Well hit, but foul. Pulled down in the bullpen area. Just short of it and into the sellout crowd. He broke his back. 2 balls and a strike on Justice.
Only way that David Justice is going to hit a ball over the outfielder's head for a hit is if he hits it out of the ballpark.
Sid Bream is on deck. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out and the base is empty in the top of the ninth. The rookie Wakefield working with a 3-2 lead. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled out of play, third base side. Wakefield completed 4 of his 13 starts during the regular season. Another 2-2. Chopped foul past first. Check swing. Did he swing? No, says third base umpire Ed Montague.
Oh, was this close? Oh, looked like he went around.
Sure did.
Justice got a break then, and so did the Braves.
Now the payoff pitch. Lifted. But Van Slyke has room in front of the track. 2 down. The Braves have had only 2 hits and 2 base runners since the 4th inning. Doug Drabeck charting the pitches. He'll be the starter tomorrow night in Game 4, opposed by John Smoltz in a rematch of Game 1. Sid Bream homered earlier tonight. He looks at a ball. He's 1 for 3. A home run in the 4th inning provided the first run of the ball game. The 1-0. On the screen, 1 ball and 1 strike. Popped up. That should end it. Jay Bell calls for it. And the Pirates win. What a performance by Tim Wakefield. This series stands at 2-1 in favor of Atlanta. The final score, the Pirates 3 and the Braves 2. Welcome back to Pittsburgh. The sellout crowd, many of them still hanging around, enjoying the moment following the Pittsburgh 3-2 win. Not enjoying the moment is Mark Lemke, but his Braves still lead this series 2-1. Let's join Jim Gray.
All right, I'm joined by Andy Van Slyke. Andy, Tim Wakefield, just sensational out there tonight. Did he give you guys the lift that you needed?
I think that would be the understatement of the series. But I think he was just having a lot of fun. He's had a lot of fun since he's been up here, and we're kind of just going along for the ride with him. And he's been pitching. He's really only had one bad game since he's been here, and that was against the Cubs. So he's been a big lift for us.
You and Barry in the middle part of your lineup seemed to break out of it tonight. What was the difference?
Well, I think the obvious difference is Gary and Jay. I mean, Gary got on early. I mean, I hit a ball hard at first, and we didn't get anything, but he came back and did again, and then Jay got the big double. And that's something that I'm more accustomed to, seeing guys on. And when you see guys on, I'm a type of guy who feels more comfortable. I mean, I'm not going to be successful all the time, but I like it when guys are on. I like the challenge, and it's fun when you can get the job done.
All right. The Pirates are back in the series, and we'll be back after this.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1992 National League Championship Series is brought to you by Miller Reserve. Taste what barley does for beer. Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers, the best hamburgers and a whole lot more. And by Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
Happy sellout crowd filing out of Three Rivers Stadium. They just watched the first complete game by a rookie in the postseason since 1983, when Mike Boddicker of the Baltimore Orioles threw a complete game against the Philadelphia Phillies. Sean McDonough along with Tim McCarver. If you didn't enjoy that one, you're not a baseball fan. What a terrific ball game with a lot of twists and turns. Again tonight, Atlanta jumped off to the lead first, 1-0 on the home run by Sid Bream. But as we said, maybe the biggest hit in the series for Pittsburgh to this point was the home run by Don Slaught that tied it at 1, because in the middle of this game, down 1-0, you could feel the fans sagging, and the Pirates had to be wondering if they'd ever score.
This is one situation, I think, where a tie really lifted a club. Usually a club has to go ahead to get that big lift, but that home run by Don Slaught was remarkable. And remember our game opener, 139 guys with his team 2 down since the beginning of postseason play. Tim Wakefield had the least experience. Well, he's got experience now.
And it was back and forth from there. Indeed, he does. Wakefield did the most of it, but it was 2-1 in favor of Pittsburgh. Then 2-2, Atlanta tied it. 3-2, Pittsburgh, and Tim Wakefield nailed it down. Going the distance, he is our Chevrolet player of the game. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 in the name of Tim Wakefield to the Special Olympics. And we'll have more from Pittsburgh in just a moment. p.m. Eastern time for Baseball 92, followed by Game 3 of the American League Championship Series between Toronto and Oakland. Then at 8:30, it's Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Braves and Pirates. You've been watching Major League Baseball on CBS Sports, home of the 1992 World Series. Tonight, the dance of the knuckleball was magic, and the Pirates are back in the NLCS. Atlanta leads the best of 7, 2-1. We'll see you tomorrow.